Hey everyone, Jim T. Graham with RCGroups.com. It is early in the morning. We all have our coffee. Let's see your coffee, Matt.
Right here. Look at my coffee. It says, what have you done for RC scale lately?
Oh, I didn't know we were bringing cool coffee mugs this morning, or I'd have brought
Yeah.
my coffee mug. We
Oh,
have
wait a minute.
Jason Cole's with us.
I've
Jason.
got one. It says the Division
What the
Xbox game.
heck? Sweet. Okay, cool.
Nothing in it.
So yesterday we did a special podcast just on Joe Nall, and we were fighting ourselves to talk about some cool stuff that we had. And I said, don't worry about it. We'll do another podcast. Jason's going to a cave FPV race, which you should talk about today. And he's leaving in a few hours. And so that's why we're up this morning doing this broadcast. Hello, live person who had no idea we were going to be live.
That's that poor guy. He's probably at work putting his headphones on right now.
I'll tell you a story. I used to work, before I worked for Hobby Lobby, I worked for a TV company, and we did TV shows for CMT, Country Music Television. It's hard to drink coffee and talk. And so my job was to come up with ideas for new TV shows that we could put on CMT. The CMT biography show is what we did. So I spent most of my time at my desk I always had RC groups in the background. And so it would be like work, and then RC groups. And then one day the president brought me in the office and he said, I need to talk to you about your internet usage. So usually this would be about naked women, right? Yeah. He said, I'm a little concerned about the amount of time you spend on RC sites while you're at work.
I'd just say, well, give me my final paycheck, buddy.
Well, ultimately, I did wind up going to work for Hobby Lobby like 2 months after we had that meeting. So it was almost like job preparedness by doing what I did.
That's good.
I'm not sure the point of that conversation, except hanging out on RC sites can sometimes turn out to be a good thing.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
All right, so I've been holding this. No one's seen this. I got it the other day.
Look at that. Look at the front of it.
Oh.
Go ahead and do your microphone. Do your share. Screen share.
Okay, so Walkera.
Whoa, look at that.
Has some new marketing people, and I guess they don't know that I've been dealing with Walkera for a long time. I did a Walkera video on our YouTube channel. It's the most viewed YouTube video that we have. It's like 185,000 views or something. But they said, what do you want? And I looked, and I was like, this thing looks cool. So I haven't shown this to y'all. I'm going to plug it in. Hopefully it won't bite me so you can see the lights. Okay. Could be a bloodbath live on YouTube.
Dude, if that thing lights up, you're going to pull a Doug Tussing.
I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably throw it in the corner.
Oh, man. I hope Doug's watching this. He just got his finger chopped. Anyway.
So it has this front-mounted hood, and it comes with 3 colors, black, blue, and this orange. And I went with orange so I could get Terry on there. And then it's, I'll turn it off so you don't have to hear it, but it's got a headlight with aluminum housing, very swanky. And then it's got a tail light, and when you turn right, it's got a bank of LEDs on the right, left, and a brake light. Pretty awesome. Setup on this was nothing, of course. I mean, there was really nothing to do except take this and pop it up and charge the 1300 4-cell LiPo right here.
Are those screw-in props?
Well, it's interesting. These must be screw-in props. These are what came on it. Look at them. They're bullnose, and they look pretty cool. But the replacement props are not screw-in. They're normal. They're still bullnose, but they have prop nuts on them. So I got 2 different kinds of props with this thing.
Yeah, go ahead and pick up some dowels. That thing's hot, man. That is one good-looking little quad.
Do you like the triple deck? Do you think it makes it more top-heavy that way?
Well, I think when you're racing, well, Jason, what do you think?
So I will withhold judgment until I see it really in person and play with it. But it looks a little over-engineered, a little heavy, and that camera, I will be surprised if it makes it through one drone crash in a race. I mean,
700 TVL, and it is a big cam for
big cam, and you got a little bit of plastic there, and when you hit and it's cartwheels and stuff, that's going to take all of the force the camera's not protected by strong carbon fiber like most of the racers today
Mhm,
are.
mhm.
Bids, right.
So I'd be worried about that, but I haven't tested it, I haven't flown it. That's just my opinion based off this first look here. But so we'll see when we
Oh,
get it out
man.
in the field.
There's
It
Terrence.
it did not ship with any extra arms. Sometimes they do. This one did not. I have one extra set of props and one battery, but this is the same battery that my Mud Skipper runs on, so that's kind of good.
I'm digging it. It looks like it'll be your standard agile little quad. You should be able to bang some gates with it. I think it'll hold its own. But you're right. I guess after a couple of tumbles, you'll see how she fares.
The only thing that I don't like, now if you're a new guy and this is your first race quad, then you'll be excited that it comes with a transmitter. These Dimension transmitters, they're not bad. They're pretty good, in fact, compared to some other transmitters that come with things I get. And but I really wish, because every time I get a new one of these, I literally have a transmitter for almost everything I fly, a separate one. So it'd be awesome if this was compatible to one of my nice transmitters. So
I agree.
I could just bind it.
Having those, that's not a throwaway transmitter, but having throwaway transmitters with little ARF vehicles and boats that I've amassed over the years.
Yeah.
I have an entire shelf lined up with pistol grip radios. I have no use for them. I instantly yank them out.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably running Clean Flight or something, right, Jim?
Yeah.
So you can take out that receiver and put in your own Spectrum satellite or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Sounds like a pain to me, but sorry.
Just do it.
Down here, this is pretty cool. The question on a quad like this that I get is, how do I change the channel? Where's the dang button, you know? And this one actually has channel sliders here on the bottom. So this is easier than usual. You know where it is. It's easy to see. You can change.
You're like, this is cool, and you're pointing to the FCC ID. I'm like, really? Oh, that is cool. Where's the FAA ID?
Yeah, that's written on the barcode right here.
Oh,
no,
beautiful.
it's not. But that is not a bad idea. I guess the law is you have to have numbers, not a barcode.
Yeah.
What is that thing on the bottom front? That gold.
Right here?
Yeah.
This is part of the aluminum mount for this sweet LED light.
Light bar.
Oh, okay. It's an LED holder. It almost looks like.
It's pretty swanky though, man.
Yeah. I like that quad. I think it looks trick.
I also like these landing legs, which is better than the last.
They have grippers on them.
Wow. Hold on, let's just give a POV of this thing. Wow.
There you go.
All right, so that was my thing. I've been saving. I haven't shown the guys this because I wanted to get their real reaction.
I think it's hot.
It is good looking. And then it's got these cool antenna, receiver antenna mounts back here that are hard mounted.
I like it. I like it.
There's actually antennas in there. Okay. All right. That's it. Walkera 210. I don't have the box here, but I'll tell you one more thing. When I open the box, Walkera's been packaging their quads in this foam that's cut just for it. Man, I should go get it. This quad fits back in the box with the props on in this molded foam. It's really cool. And somebody over there at Walkera or whoever's making these is going above and beyond, because when you open the box up, the lid has a cut piece of foam, and then it has the logo cut into the foam, and it's glued on the top of the lid. So when you open it up, it says 210 on it.
That's probably half the manufacturing costs.
It's really cool, man.
Nice. I'm digging it, man. I think you should get out there and fly. Or how's your weather today?
It's nice. I'm going to wait for Jason to get back so we have two people on it and get a real review out of it.
Cool, cool.
Well, on the other end of the spectrum, that one's like a 3-story stack. Here's my Diatone 210, and you can see, I think the new wave of stuff is everybody's going really compact and shallow depth on your plate, so you kind of squishing everything down. So that's super thin profile. But this is, I said 210, this is a 215. So this is the new Diatone Tyrant. They've got a 180 size and I believe a 160 or 150 as well. but this is sized for 5-inch props. And the reason I wanted that was because I'm heading up to Louisville today for the Mega X Drone Cave Race.
Mega X Drone Cave Race.
So they're running different classes. Instead of by battery cell count, they're running the classes based on prop size. So there's a 4-inch, a 5-inch, and a 6-inch prop class. So this will be my 5. And then you can actually run, it's the maximum size. So I'm going to run this in both the 5-inch class and the 6-inch class. So I'm going to be running it twice. This thing is so fast. I'm running the Sunny Sky 2204 2300 kV motors. I'm running KISS 18 amp speed controllers and the KISS.
Keep it simple,
board.
stupid.
It is amazing how much better it is than Clean Flight and Beta Flight and Race Flight and all that stuff that I've used.
You know, I'm scared. Not scared. I don't want to invest the time. I'm happy flying what I got, but you are saying it is so much better.
I'm saying this is you're not investing time because you don't have to do anything. You just plug it in.
Gotta invest
the
money.
Stock
though, right?
settings are amazing. It flies and feels like I've spent 20 hours tuning a Clean Flight setup. It is really, really, really nice for me. So I really enjoy that. I've got 2 now set up this way with KISS speed controllers and flight board. But I am running 4S, high voltage lighting.
It's little and small, I'll tell you that. It's tiny. Very cute.
So that's my racer. The only thing the frame is awesome. It's got a built-in power distribution board. You can't really see it, but it's got a whole plate and it's recessed into the carbon. And there is a spacer fiberglass plate that separates the power board from the carbon, so it doesn't have any shorting problems or anything like that. But
oh man, tell that story. Where your whole board burnt your hand?
Yeah. So what I had done was apparently, even with that plate, I had shorted something out, and I needed spacer. So I guess I don't know if I smelled burning or what, but then I touched it, I picked it up, and then I burnt a little bit of my thumb on one of the screws.
The whole frame was like 220 degrees.
Yeah, so I disassembled it and rebuilt it, and then the short was gone. So I must have done something wrong on the first go around. But
it looks like you can crash it and never break it.
You can't break this thing. It's got LED lights built into the power board. I absolutely love it. It's got plenty of room for your camera, tilt, all that stuff. It's protected well. You can't really hurt anything. And then the only mod I really did, I don't know if you can see, on the back here, there's basically 2 holes, and if you want to put your video transmitter, and it's got 1 hole for the antenna to stick through, and then you can run your power leads down through another hole. But if you ever need to remove the back plate, you would have to either desolder the connection or remove the connector or whatever to get that plate completely off. So what I did was basically slot one of those back holes and make it like the QAV kind of quads do, so where it's got a little O-ring kind of damper, rubber damper here, and then that way I can slide it out if I ever need to, and it slips in, it's secure, keeps it away from getting into the props. So that's the only mod I really did that makes this thing exactly what I want and what I'm looking for in a racer. It's stinking fast. I probably won't be flying full speed by any means this weekend because the first couple qualifier rounds are more about getting through 5 laps than super speed. So, but we're going to be wearing it out. We'll have lots of video and coverage. It's the first of its kind, the cave race. That's coming up.
Before you go there, Jason, the unit I showed you was from Walkera, the Walkera 210. There'll be a review coming up on that. Where can they check out the little dictator?
So I got this from Diatone USA.
And what's
got a
Tyrant?
shop down in Alabama.
The Tyrant.
The Tyrant. Diatone Tyrant 215.
You must have the UPS man outside your door. Your dog's going nuts.
She's going nuts or something. I don't know what's going on. But
I ordered some blue jeans from Amazon yesterday.
And
all right, I'm gonna go take a quick peek because normally that means there's somebody at the door.
That
so I'll
is
be
not
right back.
what I thought he was going to say.
I'll get a quick peek at Jim and his blue jeans. Okay, here's what I got. Can I show you?
Well, what about Jason? Wait for Jason to come back.
Oh, okay.
I brought something to show.
Show us.
This is a hand pinstriped Gretsch guitar, pinstriped by Little Jimmy. This has nothing to do with RC, but I thought if we're doing show and tell, what would be the showiest thing in the room today?
You know, I went to school with Gretch's daughter.
Well, you should have married into that. Now, Gretsch sold a Fender, so really this is a Fender guitar. But she's pretty cool. This is kind of a rock and roll guitar. Has nothing to do with RC. But
You think? I don't think it's a heavy metal guitar. That is all rock and roll.
that's not really true because I do take things to events that are guitars, so I guess it's sort of, what the heck's in there, and do you have a knife?
There was okay. So you did get a delivery. I was correct. I can literally hear what dogs say.
I guarantee we could do a show called The FedEx Man is Here, and people would watch just to see what we get in the mail.
Mm-hmm. I'm expecting FedEx today for some servos. Are you opening this thing up, Jason, or what? Jason?
Radio silent.
Radio silence, Jason.
I'll talk
Oh,
for him.
I'm muted. Hello. There we go.
Okay.
All right, it's from Hextronic
Oh, I thought it was a new hair cutting kit.
Ltd.
It's called the Floby. It's called
The
a pair-
Floby
It's
Dictator.
called a pair of tweezers so he can tweeze.
Ooh, I
each
just did
hair
an
out.
article on this. I bet you money that Jim T's going to have one of these in his door pretty soon.
Oh, let's see it before I get too excited.
And tell me,
I will be taking these to the cave race for backup. So I've
Jason,
got
we
some
need
more Quantum Elite 200 milliwatt racing transmitters.
I'm not
couple of
getting
those.
those, right?
We've got a new diversity receiver from Quantum. If you could see that.
oh yeah, I've seen that one
So
before.
this is a new diversity receiver, and it's all made
I don't want it unless it's got a built-in DVR.
to work
Ladies and gentlemen,
with
for all of you tuning in right now, we are literally unboxing straight off the UPS truck or FedEx. What is it?
DHL.
It's the DHL is the fastest delivery out there.
But DHL means China. That's what it means.
There you go.
That's okay. Comes with a complimentary case of SARS.
So this is I did the article on this the other day. This is the new Quantum
Mhm.
DIY FPV Pro V2 goggles with the new glove and all that stuff. Let's open that up.
All right, let's see. I like the red color. It means they work better because they're red.
Yeah. So there's the new sleeve.
Oh, open it up.
It is red.
Looks like a little miniature wetsuit for
There
your.
you go. It is neoprene, so you can go scuba diving with this, and it'll keep you warm.
So this is kind of like the Hobby King concept, only higher quality?
This is Hobby Kings, yeah. This is the yeah. So basically, they took feedback from everybody that's given them feedback about the original Quantum DIY. You know, it was the really super inexpensive way to get in the FPV.
Yeah.
And so they took kind of all that feedback and made improvements, and this is kind of the result of all of that work. So there's a lot of parts and pieces in here. There's
Are they going
the,
to be? Are they going to be head play killers? Question.
We'll find
I don't know.
out. There's a few things that have to happen to kill a head play.
Mm.
It's got to have dual
Go ahead and say
diversity.
it. Dual diversity.
It's got to have a built-in DVR.
Well, that's why they're throwing in this diversity receiver now. So you know, it doesn't have anything built in. This is a DIY kit, right? So you're putting all your own components on it. But
I like
you know,
that.
you can put a diversity on it. You can put a DVR on it. You can
Does it
put
have a
a
sleeve
forward-facing camera on it with a switch, and you can switch back and forth like some of the
Like that.
Sky Zone goggles used to do, right? So you can do all that.
The other thing it has to have is a magnifier that can move all the way to the back and all the way
This
to
does come with an array of magnification glasses, and there is a lot of movement travel distance that you can adjust that focal length on. So you will be able to tailor it to your eyesight. It even is usable with glasses if you have to wear glasses.
Yeah.
You can cut out some of the foam and kind of mold it and make it work for you. But I think this is kind of the everyday man's FPV rig. I see a lot of guys in our club are running the Quantums now
Let's see
because
the
it's so
other stuff.
inexpensive.
What else is in that box?
I guess the real question is, will it spontaneously combust like Jim's?
I made that myself.
Yeah, well, this is DIY, baby.
I have not thrown my box away yet.
So we've got-
Jim lit his.
It was a magnifier box for my little.
He caught it on fire, baby.
Yeah, you do.
Magnified the back of itself and caught right on fire. It was awesome.
We've got the screen. It's a 5-inch display. I believe the screen is the same. I could double check that, and then we've got the insert
I got you on presenting to everybody now. So, oh, hey, look at that. That looks pretty good. Okay, Scuba Steve.
So, put the glove on it. You put the display in it. Put it all together. It is a kind of build-it kit. There's all kinds of foam and parts and.
Then what do I mount my receiver on the top?
That's my question. Is there a pocket in the neoprene for that little nice receiver?
Oh, a pocket.
Yeah. So there's all kinds of pockets. So you've got cable management stuff on the bottom. You've got, elastic bands. You've got Velcro straps. You've got pockets, so you can put receivers and stuff in there. It's designed to allow you to kind of throw all your stuff on it and make it all and compact. It's never gonna look as, production quality like a Head Plays or a Fat Sharks or something. Everything's all integrated and custom molded and built in. But
hey, it's all good, man. It looks like it'll get
for the DIY set for as little money as this is. It's definitely a way to go for sure.
This is why I like Hobby King. They're always coming out with interesting things, and like on this, this came out and now they've made it even better, and it's not expensive.
And one of the other good improvements is now a 3-way adjustable strap. So you can really make this fit your head to where it's supremely comfortable. That's one of the things they wanted to do. So you've got 2 on the sides and then 1 on the top, so you can adjust that forward-back distance. So pretty cool. I'm going to kind of leave this alone. I'm going to take some pictures and do all that stuff when I get back next week from the racing.
Mega X Cave race for the win.
That's cool.
Awesome, dude.
Fun stuff.
Matt Gunn, you got anything?
Yeah. So, this is my standard ZMR 250. It's nothing special.
Who makes it?
It's who makes the ZMR, Jason? It's your favorite brand.
I don't know. I mean, the Diatone makes a ZMR.
Yeah, it's
I
Diatone.
don't think ZMR is exclusive to them. I think it's a type of frame or something. I don't know.
Well, it's not actually my point is it's not the ZMR, but it's the Buddy RC Sunny Sky Edge Series 2204 2300 kV motors that I got on here.
There you go.
So check these. Let's see right here. These guys are uber smooth. I mean, running them up without I'm not going to say what motors I had on here before because it doesn't really matter, but they were decent motors, and I put these on and ran them up on the bench, sans props of course. Did the old finger test. You couldn't feel a bit of vibration, a single bit of vibration. And then also I've got the new ZTW Spider Pro 20 amp ESCs on here, so it's going to be hard to see. They are right there.
There you go.
So, sorry, you can see my booger solders on there. I did okay on the solders. Anyway, this this rig is up until this point I've been piloting the QAVR 180, and I've never actually. This is my first 250 size. I've always been smaller. And so for some reason I thought, okay, compared to the 180, the 250 is going to be like a big lumbering semi-truck. Not at all, man. This thing is as agile as my 180, and I really enjoy it, especially for freestyle. I'm learning to do freestyle now. I've taken after Joe Estes and taken some pointers from him on how to do some tricks and stuff like that, and I'm having a really good time with this rig. Now this has the RMRC Dodo V2 on it, and then the RMRC PDB on there, and then I've just got your standard security cam Sony 700 TVL on there. Yeah,
Nice.
Yep. So I didn't even make any adjustments to it, and then I got some 3D printed antenna holders on the back. Jason, I took your advice. I'm going to actually move this because the Cricket V2 from Ready Made RC fits perfectly right on those rear uprights, but you're right, it hangs too far off the back. So initially I just had it, a regular straight input, curved the Fat Shark antenna up, and that was okay, but it kept laying itself out in flight. So I put a 90 degree on there, and after one tumble, it broke the 90 degree. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see that hole. You can see the hole right here.
Been there, done that.
I'm going to move it forward and just mount it through there.
But you don't even want a 90-degree on there anyway, because when you're flying like this, you want your antenna up. So
yeah. But I think at this distance, I just don't think you're going to kill your signal. I haven't had any problems with it mounted 90 degrees straight out on my QAVR. So and sometimes I'll bend it backwards a little bit,
Yeah.
So it'll straighten out. But so far so good. I'm really digging this 250. I enjoy the heck out of it. I thought it was going to be a little bit slower, and I mean, of course the mass difference between a 250 and a 180 is obviously different, but I'm running the same packs, getting about 3.25 minutes out of both of them, and they're fast, very, very fast. So I'm looking forward to doing some racing here soon. And then last on my list of goodies that I'm literally waiting on servos for my Littlefoot here.
Nice.
So I cannot wait any longer. I am chomping at the bit for my new Futaba micro servos that are going in this bad boy. They should be here today. I talked to my Futaba contact, and she said, if you don't have them today, you get a hold of me. So this little bird, there we go, is lightweight. This is the I guess it goes by Legacy Aviation still, but it's the Extreme Flight Legacy Aviation Littlefoot. And the wingspan, I mean, look how short that wing cord is.
Yeah, wow.
That little wing is so tiny, and yet it has full flaps, really long ailerons on it. This is going to be a very aerobatic airplane. And I'm excited. It builds really fast. It is it's an Aaron Bates covered special, right?
You know what that thing needs, man?
Yeah, what?
Little Pete.
I don't know. Little Pete's too big for it.
A little Pete.
A micro Pete?
A little Pete.
Sorry, I'm sticking this up here. So yeah, that is. I'm bringing that to Joe Nall. Jason, you're going to fly my my ZMR 250. So tell me what you think with these these sunny sky edges on it.
Sure,
So I'm pretty stoked, man. I got a good set of toys to bring to Joe Nall. So.
Hey, you know that thing you got your wife for your anniversary? Could I borrow that for my wife's birthday on Tuesday?
I don't think so, pal.
My wife keeps saying she doesn't have anything. I'm like, what do you want? And she's like, oh, nothing. I don't want anything. And I'm like, oh, I know. This is totally leading me down a treacherous road.
Yeah, I can give you a contact number. The woman ships fast, so if you need to jump on that ship, just let me know.
At Seth, I got my ring from Seth, made out of a Texas quarter.
Nice.
There's little baby Mario.
It's me, I'm Audio.
Talk, Jason.
Oh boy.
That's Mickey Mouse. That was the worst Mario.
Oh, Mickey Mouse.
Before we go there, I have a story for you guys.
Okay.
So maybe you remember my story about when I was in the office one day with my legs propped up on my desk, and I looked over and a squirrel ran out of the fireplace. And I was just like this. I was headphoned in, and he was running down my desk towards me. And when I reared back, my headphones caught me, and the squirrel ran across my legs. This ended with him in my kitchen window breaking antique plates. He's just running around. There's all these antique Fiesta ware in the window of my wife's, and he's breaking them. And I'm like freaking out. So anyway, I wake up the other day, and Angela, my wife, says, "Don't make any sudden movements, but look out the window next to you." So we're
that's always what you like to hear when you're torn from your sleep. Don't make any sudden movements.
My wife said that statement to me before, and I told her that to me says to get the heck out of there as soon as possible. I turned, and next to me on the second floor window, holding on to the screen, I have a picture somewhere, is a squirrel. I don't know how he got up here on this window, but he had no way to get down. So he was just holding on, looking at the window at me, And she said, "Go outside and put something across he can walk on." So I have a big pool pole, and it's long enough for me just to lean up on there. So I had the video running. I walk out, and I'm saying, "Here's a squirrel," And then I thought, he looks like maybe a dog bit him or something. And I thought, I don't want to film that. So right as I turned the video off, I'm walking over. I look down to grab the pool pole. And when I look up, now let's cut to the squirrel. The squirrel sees me and says to himself,
You know what I could do? I could jump off this window and onto that dude's head, and I would break my fall.
So basically, what that squirrel said is, I could jump off the window onto this guy's head and break my fall.
break my fall. And I said, I look up, and it's nothing. And then when I look up, there's a spread eagle squirrel about 6 feet away from my face coming right at me, and I yell, "Holy shit!" Only a lot louder and a lot more repetitively. And I duck, and that squirrel misses my face, but he goes, "Proing!" I mean, second floor window. Proing, right on my shoulder, makes a jump and jumps on a tree behind me and skitters away.
Awesome.
And then my wife was chiding me for reacting in the manner that I did. And I'm like, wait till you have a squirrel coming at you.
Yeah, she gave you heck on Facebook, dude. She was calling you some choice names.
That's okay. I sent her the photos. I knew she'd write something.
Oh my God, that's pretty good.
That's
pretty
my
good.
story for the week.
Yeah.
So Jason and I, we've already talked about it on one podcast, but we both have some new paragliders, which if you're going to Joe Nall, you can see because we're going to be flying them in the evening. So show them your cool $300 paraglider
Yeah, so
from
this is
Esprit.
the little Opal Oxy 0.5. So this is a tiny one. It's like $300, everything you need, all in. It builds in like 45 minutes. You just screw in some stuff together on the frame and attaching the wing. Comes with the servos.
Yeah, nice.
Little back. It's super aerobatic, super fun to fly. Esprit model selling little, action figures you can put on there. And there's Mario, Luigi. I think they're gonna have like Princess on there, and maybe some other stuff coming soon. But for someone who thinks the paragliders are cool and then they're turned off by the over $500 price tag of most of the larger ones, this is a good way to get in for about $300 or less and get in and get started. You can do loops, you can do aerobatics, it can fly slow. It's just good fun. I'm really trying to push this segment of the hobby because I love it so much and I think it's so much fun. So we're gonna definitely have some guys I know that are coming to Joe Nall that'll be bringing theirs. I've got like 3 hackers with me, some big ones, 4.3 meter Nexus wing, which is awesome.
Nice.
So we're definitely going to be flying. I know Lee from Hackers is going to be actually going to Joe Nall.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see him there, and we'll be hanging out, on the electric line down on the left side probably, and flying RC paragliders. So if you want to come check it out, that's where we'll be doing it. And, man, it is just so much fun, so interesting, so cool looking. And Baby Mario likes to fly.
Yeah, I want in. I definitely want in.
It is cool stuff.
And
Jim, what do you have?
the cool part about Jason's rig is that is totally a throw it in your suitcase type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm bringing it to the cave. It's like the only non-drone thing I'm bringing.
So this is Max, the pilot. There is a video of Jason flying the little one on our YouTube channel. You can go check that out. There's also a video of this guy. This is a 118-inch wingspan, so it's
Boy.
That's giant scale right there.
Is that considered giant scale in flying paragliders?
That's a good question.
It's medium scale. So here's the cool part about Max. His arms are actually servo arms, and they're tied to the control. What are those called? Control strings? Control guides?
The brake lines.
Brake lines, yes.
Yeah.
So when you're flying it, he'll pull his right arm down to turn right, left arm down, and brake with both arms. And
I just did some math real quick. So that wing, I believe, I can't remember how many meters. It would need a 7-meter wing to be quarter scale from my full-size wing that I flew.
Dang, son.
Well, they look in the sky pretty big and realistic. If you didn't know what you were seeing, you'd think you were seeing a real paraglider. So here's the Axie motor on the back, and Esprit ZB sells all this stuff on his site. In fact, if you were like, I want this hybrid paramotor, this is actually a paramotor. You can go buy the sled. There's weights here in the bottom to create ballast. And then I have a big battery in the back. And there's an ESC, and here's your ESC, and then my receiver is right there. And anyway, it's very cool. It's easy to fly, and it's really impressive.
Very cool.
All right, well, Jason, you've got a race to get to. What time are you leaving?
Yes, sir. I'll be leaving in just a little bit less than an hour, I think.
All right. Well,
Hey,
Matt,
are you gonna fly the paraglider inside the cave?
I don't know if I'll be able to. I would love to. There's plenty of room, but I'll just have to see if that's going to be allowed or not. There's going to be, I mean, there's like 80 pilots, 200 and something races and finals and team races, and it's a lot to cram in a couple of days. So I don't know if there's going to be a lot of downtime. They're going to be trying to move through all the heats, as quickly as possible with little to no downtime between rounds.
I bet when you're done for the day, you could squeeze one in before they close everything
Yeah,
down.
we'll see.
Hey, are guys going to camp out inside of the cave?
No, they don't. And there's a rule. They only allow, I think it's maybe 50 people in the cave at a time in our area. So I think they've split the groups up into A and B, and so the A group will be able to go in, and the B group won't even be able to be down in the caves watching. So they got some crowd control stuff they have to manage.
it's too bad you couldn't have a repeater to get the signals out of the cave and up top.
There may be a way to do that, yeah. And I have to verify this, but I'm pretty sure the way they're doing this is we're running all race band. We're running 8 pilots per round, per race, and they're using all 8 race band channels, and then they're alternating left-hand, right-hand polarization. And I think they've got the ground station setups are being provided, and they are running, I believe it's the Clearview from Iftroncheck, the new Clearview receivers, which are like $500-600 or something, but amazing, and they're perfectly suited for this type of environment. Although it's not as bad as probably an indoor gym or something where it's a bunch of metal and stuff. It's just rock and cave and stuff. But so the signal degradation probably won't be as bad as flying inside of a big metal building. But I expect it to be pretty dang clear with that Clearview receiver system. So we'll be excited to check that out. I'll be reporting back on that. I'll be taking pictures, maybe a couple videos, maybe do some news story video things, and providing coverage from the event in my downtime.
Awesome.
Yeah, nice, buddy. Looking forward to it.
All right, well, it's Friday over here. I'm going to try to put some mass emails out. Ooh. Okay, now we're in the nuts and bolts of getting things done. Well, Jason, good luck on your race. Matt Gunn, have a good Friday. I'm sure I'll talk to you soon.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to keep working on stuff, standard procedure.
This has been a bonus edition of our live hangout just because we wanted to talk only about Joe Knoll on our last one, and we had some cool things to share with everybody. So I'm going to hit the button, and this will get shared on to YouTube. You can watch it anytime you want. I'm Jim T. Graham with RC Groups. Thanks, Jason Cole. Thanks, Matt Gunn.
Yes, sir.
We're done.